you all please arise and say the national anthem?
Sounds like you're gonna sing.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And if anybody can sing the national anthem, go ahead. Navajo? Oh, that's even harder. I can barely speak English. Okay. Do I have a motion that we approve tonight's agenda?
I make a motion that we approve tonight's agenda.
I'll second.
Let's take a vote. Aye.
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 With 4 board members present, tonight's agenda has been approved. We have no awards and presentations, so we'll go right on to item C, call to the public. Mrs. Britton?
Okay, the board invites the viewpoints of citizens throughout the district and considers the responsible presentation of these viewpoints vital to the efficient operation of the district. The board also recognizes its responsibility for the proper governance of the schools and therefore the need to conduct its business in an orderly and efficient manner. The board therefore established the following procedures to receive input from citizens of the district pursuant to Federal Public Law 103-382, Title 8, Impact 8, and the district's Indian Education, IHBJ. A. Individuals may address the board on any subject. B. The board president shall be responsible for recognizing speakers, maintaining proper order and decorum, and adhering to the 3-minute time limit. C. The board expects that citizens who address the board will present concerns regarding the activities in question rather than make personal attacks upon board members, district personnel, or other persons in attendance or absent.
Thank you. Tonight, do we have any call to the public? Okay. If not, we're going to move right along, and we're going to go on to item D, consent agenda. Let's take a few minutes and look this over and see if we have any questions or concerns. Do we have any concerns on the consent agenda?
I do. Number 15, out-of-state travel. Once again, it's incorrect. It states on there that the funds on the minutes, it says WHS Booster Club will pay for it, and on the paperwork, it says the club will pay for it. I see that as an audit issue.
For that out-of-state travel, is all the funds coming from the Booster Club, or is some of the funds coming from the high school dance club?
I believe that it's both.
So we can amend it and we could just add that on there? That would be okay with you, Janice?
Well, when it was brought to my attention, the person was asking about an auditing issue. So if the board's okay with possibly getting audited on this, then.
Well, we talked about, when we went to Bolts, they said that during a board meeting, we can audit
Okay.
something like this. Is that right?
Amend it.
Yeah, we could go ahead, we can amend it. So we can just amend it right here, right now, or unless we can change it and bring it on to the next meeting. What do you want to do?
Well, if it's legal and okay to amend it, amend it.
Okay, so it's going to be both clubs, the Booster Club and the high school dance club.
And you may want to check with the coach on that, but I'm almost positive that's what it is.
Do you know, Courtney or Sal, how that's going to work? No? You don't know either, Sal? Okay. Unless you want me to call Katrina real quick, or just go ahead and amend it like that and
Yeah.
leave it?
We'll have it on the record.
Okay. Anything else we want to talk about on tonight's consent agenda? Okay, do I have a motion that we approve?
Yeah, Madam President, I move to approve the consent agenda with the amended item, number 15.
Do I have a
I
second?
second it.
Okay, let's take a vote. Aye,
Aye.
Aye.
Me.
with four board members present, 3 approving it. Tonight's consent agenda has been approved. We'll move right on to item E, old business, none. Item F, new business. Mrs. Gopher?
This is the first reading of Arizona School Board Association Policy Advisory. Okay, if you look in your packets, you'll notice that you've got a copy of them. So I'm just going to give you a brief on all of them, and then you can take this time before the next meeting, before we do the second reading, to read the complete packet. The number 809, Policy A, District Mission and Belief Statement. The policy language was updated and merged with Policy AD, Educational Philosophy. Number 810, Policy AA, School District Legal Status. Exhibit AAE, School District Legal Status, was deleted. The policy language was updated to include information regarding how to access the district's legal boundaries. Number 811, Policy ABA, Community Involvement in Education. Number 812, Policy ABAA, Parental Involvement. Both have policy language updated. Number 813, Policy AC, Non-Discrimination, Equal Opportunity. Regulation ACR, Non-Discrimination, Equal Opportunity. Exhibit ACE, Non-Discrimination at Equal Opportunity. The policy language was expanded to include or any other basis prohibited by law. Number 814, Policy ACA, Sexual Harassment. Regulations ACAR, Sexual Harassment. Exhibit ACAE, Sexual Harassment. Policy language removed from Title IX references. Number 815, Policy ACAA, Title IX, Sex Discrimination. Regulation ACAAR, Title IX, Sex Discrimination. The language was updated to include Title IX revisions based on the rescinded 2024 Title IX Final Rule. Number 816, Policy AD, Education Philosophy and School District Mission. Removed and relevant portions were placed in Policy A, District Mission and Belief Statement. Number 817, Policy GBK, Staff Grievances. Title IX information was removed. Number 818, Policy JII, Student Concerns, Complaints, and Grievances. Title IX information was revised. So you can go back into your board books and read that more in depth.
It's 50 pages, so, but a lot was, some was deleted. Okay. We'll move on to item number 2, superintendent evaluation.
I just wanted to remind you all that I sent that email out yesterday in the Google form. If you need a laptop to complete it, you can come in here and we'll put you in our conference room and you can complete that.
Okay, thank you. Item number 3, employee code of conduct.
Okay, the employee code of conduct is given to employees every year. This is the code of conduct. We have 2 new board members, so we need to get it signed by our 2 new board members on that. So I'm recommending that you approve the employee conduct as presented.
Okay. Do I have a motion that we approve the employee conduct as presented?
I motion that we move to approve the code of conduct as amended.
I'll second that.
Let's take a vote. Aye.
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 With 4 board members present. Item number 3, employee conduct, code of conduct has been approved. Item G, business manager report, number 1.
So, this is our M&O budget. Year-to-date, we spent $7.2 million out of our total budget of $16.9 million. We're at 58% of the year completed. This is as of the end of January, and 42% of the budget has been spent. So, last time we did report a little bit on some of the federal funding. We haven't received a whole lot of guidance on that yet, so we're still trying to wait and see what's going to happen. So I don't have anything new really to report, so but so far we're still able to request our grant funding and everything else, so far we're still getting the money for that. Any questions?
No? Connie told me that we're on time with our grants right now.
Yes. And Leanne has done a great job with that.
Okay.
That's good.
Does anybody have any questions? No? Okay. We're gonna move right on to item number 2, superintendent report.
Okay, as you know, it's tax season, everyone's getting their taxes filed, so I just want to remind everyone about the Arizona School Tax Credit. It is on our district website, and you may donate up to $200 per person, $400 for married couples. Depending on your tax liability, you should get most of this credit back. And when you go onto our website, it'll say tax credits. You just click on, and it gives you 3 informational boxes. One's the tax credit information, in case you wanted to see really what your money's going to go towards. The other one is the tax credit options. It gives you a list of all the things we have at our schools that you could donate tax credits to, and it also has a tax credit donation form that you can use for your taxes. So we have all of that on our website. Next thing is the recommendation for upcoming board meetings. I did look at our calendar. Jennifer and I were sitting there looking at the calendar, and we noticed that we have a meeting scheduled. Let's see, there's a meeting scheduled for March 5th, the week before spring break, and then a meeting scheduled March 19th, which is right after spring break. Now, we know there's not going to be much business between Wednesday and Wednesday, okay, because we're in spring break. So what we are recommending is pushing the dates back a week later. We'll provide time for the agenda items to be gathered so we can have some things for our agenda. Also, there's one meeting in May on the 14th. This shift will allow less time between the April and May meetings. That's a busy time where we're hiring employees, so I think that extra time would benefit us. So what I'm recommending is that we move March 19th to March 26th, April 2nd to April 9th, and April 16th to April 23rd.
We'll put that on the
The-
next
okay.
agenda for
Okay.
approval.
That'll be good. Yeah, I don't see a problem there.
Yeah, so we're just putting it out there for some information for you. Give you time to think about that, see if that's something you want to do. And that's all I have on superintendent report.
Okay, thank you. So, I don't have much either. Softball started today. They traveled to the Valley to play Chrisman and Castile. They lost 5-3 against Chrisman. They said they did fairly well, but some errors cost them. They were currently playing Castile when I came in here. The baseball starts Friday as scrimmage in Globe. And then I guess they would start again next week. I'm not sure about track. I didn't see a schedule. I just seen March 1st is your first track tournament. Is that what it was? Yeah, so, I mean, it was a rough week last week because it started and the weather was absolutely horrible. But, you know, yesterday was a little bit windy. It's a nice day today, a little cold, but we expected that. I see that we have a lot of volunteers for track. I really appreciate that. It takes a lot of time away from your own family, especially with Sal and Larissa not even having any kids there and having younger kids at home. So we appreciate you taking that time away from your family and coaching. We only have a couple more weeks until spring break. I think it's a much needed spring break for everybody. I'm excited. And thank you guys for all you do. Mr. Wilcox?
I just wanted to give a shout out to the individuals that are volunteering with our spring sports. Again, that takes a lot of time away from, you know, their daily duties, as, you know, a lot of them are staff teachers, and also, you know, have families of their own. So I just want to give thanks to them for their time to do that. It's much appreciated for us.
Mrs. Britton?
I just wanted to make a notation. First of all, thank you guys for being here tonight. And also a notation on that boats training that we have. I learned some stuff from that, and one of the most important things that I learned from that is the amount of money that's being used for the district, and I was able to see 2023, and I think we have like about 67.2% classroom spending, and then instructional was 54.0%, and it had it in percentage, and that was really important to me because I'm not really familiar with the spending, but I'm learning from that. So I thank thank you guys that, you know, I was able to go, because I know, you know, you guys also, you know, support me in the area, so thank you for that.
Thank you, Mrs. Britton, that's nice. Janice?
I just want to, you know, give a quick shout out to Mr. Hernandez. He, you know, I called on him yesterday and he quickly set up, you know, a honk out. So there is a honk out tomorrow for the state wrestling, that they're going, and they will be wrestling on Friday and Saturday. We're taking 5 high school students. But yeah, I just really wanted to thank him for jumping on that so quickly, because it was like a last minute thought for us. So I really appreciate you, Mr. Hernandez, for doing that.
Yeah, thanks, Sal, we appreciate that. We should always try to remember, everybody gets a honk out, but sometimes people get left
We
out.
kind of
yeah,
forgot, but it's at
thank you for
6:30
that.
PM.
6:30 PM,
So
at the Student Union.
that's student.
Okay,
I won't be there, so
I'll be there.
cheer on my daughter.
You're not going to?
No,
Oh, tomorrow.
I'm going
Oh.
that way quicker
okay.
than the honk out.
Oh,
but-
okay,
So,
well, I'll do a lot of honking, so, yeah, but thank you guys so very much. And, we're gonna move on to item H, future agenda items. Does anybody have anything on the next agenda they wanna add on to the next agenda?
well, we're gonna talk about moving the dates of the, current board meeting, but can we add on to that, possibly going to maybe 1 meeting a month? I don't know why we have 2 meetings a month, and I'm new, so I don't
Yeah.
know. But just maybe put that up and just kind of talk about that. We could also talk about that at March 1st also.
Yeah,
but-
I was thinking that'd be a work session.
Item, yeah, we can talk,
Discussion?
yeah, we'll talk about that at work session,
Okay.
would work better.
And
so.
that's also, if you guys have anything you wanna throw on the agenda for the work session, let me know, because it's only discussion items, there's no action. You know, if you're wondering about something, we can certainly put it on there and
Yeah.
discuss it.
I think it would be good to discuss it so they all understand, you know,
Okay.
why we do too, so we can put that on the work session.
Okay.
Okay, and, if there's anything else that you come up with that you want on the next agenda, you can always call Jennifer, she's really good at that. And so, item number 2, our next meeting will be right here, 5:30 PM, March 5th. Our work session will be right here also, March 7th at 9 AM. Okay, and do I have a motion that we adjourn tonight's meeting?
I motion we adjourn tonight's meeting.
I'll second.
Let's take a vote, aye,
Aye.
Aye.
with 4 board members present, tonight's